A few days ago, we went up to downtown LA to do a little experiment with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is what I'm recording this with. On top of that, however, we were also doing a video on the Tamron 28-75 2.8 G2, the newest model. And what we wanted to do is emulate some of the scenes from the movie Drive, from other inspirations like the other movie Collateral. You guys can actually see the full video that I posted about what we were doing that night. I'll link it down below. But I wanted to come in here and do a quick how we shot it video of the photo that you're seeing right now. What we were trying to do is emulate a similar shot that was in the movie Drive, and I knew that the 28-75 was going to be the perfect focal length because it's not a super zoomed in angle, and it's also not a super wide angle. So that medium focal length was going to be perfect for this type of shot. So after we squeezed John Chris into the driver's seat, I climbed in from the passenger side and I was shooting pretty much at eye level. I didn't want to get too much of the things in the back, and luckily since I have tinted windows in my S2000, I didn't really get too much detail back there. And in order to light it, what we ended up doing was using two continuous lights. Actually, I think I have them right here. These are the Yongnuo YN360. And I took the battery out because if you leave the battery on, it drains it. If you hit it, really, it's very sensitive. So if you hit it, it turns on in your bag and now you're gonna have dead batteries. So I always take off the batteries when I store it away. So using those two lights, and they're both like $100 a piece, they're not super expensive. Using those two lights, one of them we had them in 3200 Kelvin, so it was giving us that tungsten look. And on top of that, we also put this additional layer of orange on top. So we were really making it very warm because I wanted that light to look like it was a street light coming through, like, you know, street lamps at night. So that was for the front. In the back, with these little nifty lights, we changed the color and added a little bit of green because it gives us the RGB. So it was a little bit green, teal. So we're playing with that orange and teal look that obviously a lot of films color grade. And with the 28-75, we were shooting it at 2.8 because I wanted that shallow depth of field. I didn't want it to be in focus everywhere. I wanted that shallow depth of field on his eyes, and then everything else just kind of has a little fall off. Even on his hand and the steering wheel and even the A-pillar you see on the car, everything is nice and soft. And the reason we're able to do that because we have a constant 2.8 aperture. So as I'm zooming in or zooming out to get my shots that I want, it's not changing my exposure because again, it's 2.8 no matter where you zoom in or out. I was also using my Sony A9. It's the original A9, not the Mark III, which I don't plan on, as of right now, I'm saying I don't plan on upgrading that. We'll see if that changes. And I was shooting it at 28 millimeters. I didn't want it to be super wide. I also didn't want to be fully tight. So I felt 28 makes you feel like you're immersed in the scene while not distorting a significant amount. Because if we did this at 20, it could get very distorted. So this just gives you more of an immersive feel without distorting John Chris's head or his hands or anything like that. And as you guys are seeing on the screen, we shot it at 1/25 of a second, ISO 1000, because we wanted the sensor to be very sensitive to the light around us. And that was it. It's a very simple shot when you think about it. It just takes a little bit of planning. So as far as the lighting that we use, we wanted those specific colors, so we needed to have those lights in certain places. Could we have done it with a flash? Absolutely, but it would have taken a little bit more testing, I feel like, because with constant lights, you're seeing exactly what it's gonna look like. So the beautiful thing about this, guys, and one of the reasons that I'm making this video is get out there and shoot, try new things. Like, don't get stuck in your ways, because even with us, a lot of the times we're so used to using flashes and modifiers and all that. We went and did this, and then yesterday on a wedding that I shot, we ended up using a Yongnuo Light in the front and then a flash in the back. So we combined both continuous lights and off-camera lighting. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. The main thing I want you guys to take away is get out there and shoot. Get out there and have fun. The Tamron 28-75 is really good. I'm gonna make a full video next week, a bunch of other shoots that we're doing. So we shot yesterday, there was another wedding last weekend. There's a couple of other shoots. So I wanna combine all these shoots that I've been doing to give you guys a real proper review and what I think about it. But in the meantime, I just wanted to share what you can do with this little simple light lens. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end, if you want to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And if you don't, that's okay too. Go and find a video that you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching.